What's up, everyone? CryptoSavy here with the CryptoSavy channel, where you can subscribe for a daily update on Bitcoin and Litecoin every single day, where we really do keep it simple and don't try to overcharge you for some crazy course that probably won't even work for you. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community, guys. Totally free. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, as always, I want to remind you I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, nor is it investing advice. There is a disclaimer on the bottom. Check it out. Make sure you read it. This is my opinion, not yours. I want to remind you too to make sure you give it a giant thumbs up and leave your comment in the comment section down below. Not only does it help the channel out tremendously, it also gets you entered to win a free t-shirt that we do every Sunday by picking a random comment from a video throughout the week. Alright, looking at the news. I'm just going to check out the headlines real quick. Bitcoin in the midst of powerful breakout. How far will the prices go? Bitcoin is super commodity that should be worth 1 to 10 million. Bitcoin price breaks through key resistance. Everything's looking really bullish. Fear and greed index, we've raised 4 points. We are still in neutral though. Could we be going for a correction soon? Possibly. We're going to take a look at the targets. We're also going to take a look at some targets we had in yesterday's live stream. Let's look at the longs versus short on Bitfinex, BitMEX, and Binance combined. The longs are 69.31%. The shorts are 30.69%. Bitfinex longs are still crazy long. Let's look at the monthly. This is key for me, guys. If we can close the monthly candle above the 9,200 outside of this falling channel, extremely bullish in my opinion. I think that will definitely be key, that we are going to be heading up in a big way. Now, another thing I want to look at, we could go up to this 11.1. This is the weekly, so you know this could be in a month or two, but we definitely could be headed up there. And I do want to show you guys something real quick. If we go from this swing high of our all-time high back here to the swing low where we bottomed out, as you can see, let me move this over so you can see it. As you can see, we hit the Fibonacci retracement right here, which is the golden pocket zone between the 0.65 and 0.618. And if we do the same thing from the swing high of last year, and like I said, I do believe the bottom's in, guys. And if this is the bottom, the golden retracement zone of this is 11.1. So if we break that, that is crazy bullish. But what I'm expecting to possibly see here is another bounce up to that area. And if we get a rejection, back down here for another touch around the 8,000 zone and then up. But if we do break this 11, we could go straight up from there. But regardless, either way, I'm extremely bullish this year, guys. Yeah, let's look at the RSI. So the RSI we had been watching forever. A long time ago when I said when we break out of this in the weekly, it would be extremely bullish, and you can see what's happening now. Also want to point out this red line down here, back in 2013 we capitulated under it. You can't see it, the data isn't on Coinbase, but we did pop back above it here, came back down, tested it for support, and continued our rally into 2017. 2018 we had our bear market, broke down below that again, popped back above it, tested it for support, got support, and that's where we're at now. Let's look at the daily. So looking at the daily, remember this is a daily. I do have this target of 9,600. Doesn't mean we go straight up there, guys. This is the daily. We'll look at shorter time frames and look at what I'm looking at. But right here, what I did was taking a look at this falling channel here, or falling wedge coming out of this rising wedge. The target's right around that 9,600 area. Actually, bring it down. Right around 9,600, 9,550, 9,600, somewhere in that area. Again, guys, this is the daily. Keep in mind, though, we had this rising wedge here, and the measured move down from that rising wedge is around the 7230, which is also the 0.618. I just want to show you guys the bearish case, too. Even though I'm bullish here, we still got to look at the possibilities. My worst case scenario here, guys, is 5,400, and that is the 0.786 Fibonacci, which is the retracement of this whole from the swing high or swing low to the swing high. So keep that in mind. Even though I am bullish here, let's look at the RSI. So we've been watching this RSI. Zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. We were in this falling channel in red, popped out of it right here, came up and formed this rising channel. Looks like we're headed up, possibly make another run to test the top of this, which could be around the, well, we'll look at the 4 hour. Let's actually do that. Let's get into the 4 hour real quick and see what's going on. So you can see these three lines I have up here. What they are is cloned lines from this bottom. I put one on this wick up here, one on this wick up here, one on this wick up here. I know people been saying we've broken out of the falling wedge in the bigger picture. I don't believe so. I do believe this is what we need to break on the monthly 9,200 and close above it. Let's get back into the 4 hour. So what I have here, and then we'll go into the 1 hour, take our look at our targets from yesterday's live stream. But we are getting support on top of this line here, and let me point this out too. Someone mentioned it. I don't follow MAs, I follow EMAs, but this white one right here is the 200 MA, which we are on top of now. If we close above that in the daily, that will be great and bullish. Let me get that off here now. I'm not a big fan of the regular moving averages. I like exponential moving averages, as you guys know, which we are above all of them right now. This actually looks like a 3 white soldiers. If you don't know what that is, look it up or join the Discord. Back to the 4 hour. So what I'm looking at here, like I said, if we look at this falling wedge coming out of this rising wedge, if we remain bullish here, which I believe is a good possibility, the measured move of that was the 90.38, which we did hit. That's why that target's there. I do have a higher target up here at the 93.50 area, and we'll take a look at how I got that and why. And actually, we'll do that here in a second. But let's look at the RSI on the 4 hours. So same thing, this rising channel in red. We were watching this for a long time, the rising broadening wedge, waiting for it to fall out. When it finally did fall out, we came back, retested the bottom of this. We do have room to come up for one more touch on this, and that's what I'm waiting for. That's why I think we have one more move up to this 93.50 area, possibly. We'll take a look at that. Let's look at the 1 hour, and then we'll move on to Litecoin. So looking at it on the 1 hour, reason, and this is funny, what you're gonna see in Litecoin, the same pattern, and Litecoin has definitely led the market as far as I'm concerned and gives us keys as to what Bitcoin is going to be doing next. So what I have here, like I showed you before, this falling wedge, our target was 90.50, which we have hit. We are lingering around that price right now. We did overshoot it a little bit, got up to 90.56. Remember that we have this high up here at around 91.95. If we break that, this is where I'm calling for the 93.50 at least. We'll see what happens there. But how I got that measurement or that target is a measured move of this rising broadening wedge here to where we broke out, and that gets us up to that 93.50 range. That's why I have this target up here. Keep in mind we need to break the 91.95 area to get up there. Let's look at the RSI now. So in the RSI, it does look like we, as you can see, we had this falling channel here, broke out of the falling channel, came back down, tested it for support once, twice, actually once, twice, 3 times. And if we look at, let's take a look at this real quick. We're getting hidden bullish divergence, which is higher highs in the price action and all of our, or I'm sorry, higher lows in the price action. All the lows are straight across here. It's hidden bullish divergence, although we are getting hidden bearish divergence at the same time. But this is the 1 hour, guys. Keep that in mind. But yeah, I think we can come up to touch this. That would get us around that 90, 92, right around this old high to come up and tag this again. If we can break through that, like I said, if we break this high, I'm looking for 93.58 at least, and we'll see what happens after that. You guys know I've been looking at this as a Elliott wave structure. I'm not big on Elliott wave, but this one seems to be panning out, and that would be, this is what it would be if we get up to that 93.50. This would be wave 1, wave 2, this whole thing was wave 3, wave 4 here, and this would be wave 5. Keep in mind this could be an extended fifth, would be a failed fifth wave or truncated fifth wave if we can't break this high of the 91.95. But this also could be extended. And real quick, before we go into Litecoin, I'm just going to throw some fibs on this. The Fibonacci extension from the swing low, which is here, up to the wave 3, down to the bottom of 4. And as you can see, that 93.50 lines up with the 0.5 on the Fibonacci extension. Also have a target of 96.63. And if you remember over here, we were looking at around 96. So somewhere in that area, 96, 96.50 is a possibility that the fifth wave could run up that far. Could run up to 10,000, right at 10,000. Whoops. And if it was really extended, we could go as high as, 11, 12,000. So anyways, keep this all in mind, guys. Like I said, as of right now, if we break this high, I'm looking at the 93.50 area. And actually, it'd be up a little bit more than that, right around 94. But that's what we're looking at. I'm still pretty bullish here, guys. Nothing is telling me not to be yet, even though I am expecting a correction at some point here. That's why I do daily updates, keep you updated. I try to do late live streams also if there's anything going on at night and I have time. Go into Bitcoin, or Litecoin, I'm sorry. So looking at Litecoin, did we look at the, go back to Bitcoin on the 1 hour. As you can see, this was a line we were watching in yesterday's live stream. We got our bounce here, got another bounce here. This line is acting as support, which is the old resistance of the rising broadening wedge, new support. Just wanted to point that out. Now, same thing in Litecoin, although I have them in yellow here. Let me put them in white and thicken the lines so you can see. This is what I was talking about in Litecoin, as it's a kind of a key to what's happening or going to happen with Bitcoin. So as you can see, we broke out of, get in here, we broke out of this rising broadening wedge, and the measured move of that is 62. We did break back down into it. I believe this was more of a bear trap, and back up into it. Same thing as Litecoin. Looking at this as, you get it on here. We look at it from an Elliott wave point of view, it'd be 1, 2, 3. This was also for both Bitcoin and Litecoin. This was an ABC correction. I did think it was going down a little further, which it hasn't. But until we break this 63.20 though, we still could be coming down for, this could be A, B, C. Same in Bitcoin. We have to break that old high, which I think is a good possibility. But this would be 5, wave 5 here. But same thing as in Litecoin, we could get an extended fifth wave. We'll take the measurements from wave 2 to wave 3 down to wave 4 if that's finished. That 66.12 actually should be around 66.53, which would be the 0.618 extension. The next extension would be around 70.64. Then I have this 78.72, which is the measured move of this white falling wedge here. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Could go as high, if it was really extended, around $90, which is a definite possibility, guys. Don't count it out. And yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that like button. Your comment also gets you entered to win free t-shirts. So don't forget to comment, guys. It really helps the channel out. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you later.